They say that our cricket rivalries divide us. Yet millions of us travel to share our passion for cricket. We say we'll go as rivals, we stay as friends.
Welcome back to Abu Dhabi, the Zayed Stadium. Super 12 Group 2 match. And New Zealand have been exemplary in the field and with the ball, and they have restricted Afghanistan to 124 for 8. 25 is required. Well, a couple of early strikes saw Afghanistan on the back foot in the power play. They were 23 for 3. Bolton Milne, the wreckers in chief, middle overs decent, and then at the end a bit of a flourish and more wickets falling, Bolt and Neesham. But Najibullah Zadran, he was the man who kept this innings together with a very well constructed 73 from 48 balls with 6 4s and 3 6s. That's a strike rate of 152. And he played the most audacious shots, especially off Mitchell Santner. 2 6s in the 1 over. And he is the reason, 73 reasons, why Afghanistan made 124 for 8. Well, Darren Sammy alongside. Crucial now, they're spinners for Afghanistan.
That man, rather two of them, Mujib and Rashid Khan. If any two spinners could win a game for the team, these two can do it. They will need wickets up front though with that new ball.
125 to win for New Zealand. That's a modest asking rate to start for New Zealand. They have played some excellent cricket. They just had the one defeat. That was against Pakistan. Pakistan have won 4 out of 4. But now Afghanistan have got to believe, they have to believe that they can restrict this New Zealand batting lineup with their much vaunted, their illustrious spin duo of Mujib-ur-Rahman and Rashid Khan. And of course, they do have Mohammad Nabi, the captain, as well. So much spotlight now on the spin twins.
As we saw, the Kiwi Pacers did the damage. Afghanistan rely heavily on their spinners, normally not cheap. Captain would take it, the new ball.
Harold Mitchell, who's been getting better in the tournament, and Martin Guptill. He's been in New Zealand black cap colours for many years, a dozen years. 12 years ago, made his debut, and he's still in wonderful form. It's 6s for a pastime, Martin Guptill. So too does Daryl Mitchell. And it's going to be the captain, Mohammad Nabi, to begin proceedings with his off-spin. Economy, all the 8s, 8.88. It's a lucky number for some. Kumar Dharmasena, himself a former off-spinner for Sri Lanka. We've got Langton Rizere from Zimbabwe. Mohammad Nabi, whereas we saw pace for New Zealand, with obviously with Ish Sodhi in the mix as well, it's going to be spin straight away. Nabi with his off spin.
It's a role he's done a lot. Remember him playing for St. Lucia Zooks in a brilliant tournament, bowling up front with that new ball, as that he could also get that ball to go out away from the right-hander.
There's a ring of fielders on the offside saving the single. They are on the left of your picture. You can see those fielders offside. power play, no more than 2 fielders allowed outside that inner circle. There are 2 men back, and here's one of them. Oh, they're going to get 2. That is excellent running. And it's Najibullah Zadran who was running in from long on, and there shouldn't be 2 there.
He was caught napping at long on here. Maybe he's tired from that 50 he scored. Mitchell, just notice him.
Nicely played. Darryl Mitchell elevated up the order for Black Caps. Big fella. Son of John Mitchell, the man with the great rugby pedigree globally. So the 2 fielders back here for both Guptill and Mitchell as the deep backward, deep square, beg your pardon, deep mid wicket and a long on. Guptill striking at 132. Two fielders allowed outside of that inner circle. There they are, just circled for you there. Deep mid wicket and long on. Too short. That's an invitation, and it's gleefully accepted. 1 gone, 7 for no wicket.
আর মেক্সিকান মশলার মাইন্ড ব্লাস্টিং ফ্লেভারের জিটোস পাউডার হবে টোস্ট জড়িয়ে থাকে জিটোস
শিরশির অনুভূতিকে দ্রুত হার মানান সেন্সোডাইন র্যাপিড রিলিফের সঙ্গে।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট সার্চ কমছে আর সেন্ট মানি তো ফ্রি।
Wonderful sight of the Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi. Of landmarks today, Marty Guptill needs just 23 runs for 8,000 in T20 cricket. All T20 cricket, that is. And Rashid Khan needs 1 wicket to join the 400 club. Mujib has had an injury and was left out of the 1 match. That 400 club, incidentally, including Imran Tahir, Sunil Narayan and Dwayne Bravo. Rashid needs 1 wicket to join them. Here's Mujib, 5 for 20, his best. That was against Scotland. His economy is an unbelievable 4.29.
That's why he's so important in this Afghan bowling lineup.
And no surprise to see the slip in there either. They're going to look for 2 here. They'll certainly get it. Martin Guptill in the non-striker, of course, but he does struggle against off-spin early on. Averages just 19 in T20 international cricket. Strike rate comes down. So why in years gone by for the West Indies was Samuel Badri was such a wonderful bowler in the power play, and you were his captain and you knew that he would make inroads. Oh, that's gone fine, and it will be a boundary. It's a bit short and wide from Mujib.
Mitchell, as you would see, look how late he tries to play that. Didn't get a bounce because his eye was right on top of that ball. He could just guide it.
Mujib has bowled with a bit of width here, whereas Scotland, he bowled dead straight. 2 gone, 15 for no wicket.
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক,
নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপ্টেল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
লাক্সারি সিল্কি ফিনিশিং ও অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল প্রপার্টি সমৃদ্ধ বার্জার লাক্সারি সিল্ক ইমলশন, শুধুই গ্ল্যামারাস দেয়া নয়, আমার স্মৃতি রাঙিনা।
New Zealand looking for the win and the 2 points that would put them on 8, that would put them out of reach from India, who tomorrow play Namibia. And New Zealand would join Pakistan, who've already qualified, 4 wins out of 4. And of course, Pakistan began their campaign with the overwhelming win over India and then New Zealand. So they got off to a roaring start. This is looking very ominous as far as New Zealand is concerned. Listen. Mr. Calm. Naveen Ulhaq. Lofted straight back over Naveen's head for 4.
What a beautiful cricket shot. Full face of the bat being presented. Look at the balance. Beautiful. I think Mohamed Nabi is missing the trick here. Only got 125 to defend. You cannot wait for the power play to be over to introduce your main man. Yep.
Nicely played. So if you were skipper, knowing the importance of this match, you would change your usual policies and bring him in. You bowled him.
Most definitely. You got to get him into the game early. Only way you could put New Zealand under pressure is by getting wickets up front. You have Mujib, got to get Rashid Khan in. If New Zealand gets off to a good power play, the game is over.
Slow and wide. It took an age to get there. Martin Guptill was in form against Scotland. Such a dangerous play. He plays all around the clock. 93 from 56 in the Dubai International Stadium. Monstrous hitting. He's a big man. Some lusty blows here against the Scots. And that one travelled a long way. 93 off 56. Smashed for 4.
Again, just saw what Guptill do to the Pacers. Was hitting this ball with a vengeance. Look at this one. Didn't have much to do because it was served up right into the slot. Oh my goodness.
Is that your way of saying that hurt? Most valuable team of the tournament. Vote for your most valuable team. Have a look for it at t20worldcup.com/MVT. Much slower ball, looking for the full length as well. Just a quick word on that, Darren, because you're saying get Rashid in. Is that what you had at your disposal with Samuel Budry all those years?
Most definitely. He controlled the power play. And not only did he control the power play, he got wickets in the power play. So teams would be under pressure. My first change bowlers. And Rashid Khan, that's what I'm saying. Look at what he's done. You need to get him early in the game. You don't have a big total to defend. That's why it's important. Getting him early, put pressure by getting wickets up front.
Could be a couple here. No, there won't. Just be the one. 3 gone, 26 without loss.
চাঙ্গা।
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটেড মেশিন। উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এখন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 1014 টাকা 90 পয়সা।
Afghanistan, their skipper Mohammad Nabi won the toss, deciding to rely on the formula that they enjoy first to put up a score, but the score's not a big one. 124 for 8. Majibullah Zadran with 73 of them. Mujib, second over. 3 fielders behind square, offside. Oh, Shazad's claiming it, and yes, they'll take that. Daryl Mitchell gets an edge. Mujib strikes. This is what Afghanistan is looking for.
That's what Mujib does in the power play. Playing away from the body. Great catch by Shazad. He gets the breakthrough. Mitchell departs. New Zealand 26 for 1.
এইটা নেন, তোমাদেরকে লেবুর গুরুত্বটাই বুঝাতে পারলাম না।
ত্বকের জন্য লেবু যে কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ তা বুঝেই আমরা মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিকে তৈরি করেছি লেবুর নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন সির গুণ দিয়ে। তাই ত্বকের সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষায় ভরসা রাখুন শুধু মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিতেই।
দেশের একমাত্র 100% পিওর ভ্যাসলিন পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি, ত্বকের যত্নে মায়ের স্পর্শের মতোই বিশুদ্ধ।
Kane Williamson, New Zealand Black Caps skipper, so often the architect. So many good things for the Kiwis. It's best in the T20 World Cup, 33 not out. Mujib, oh, he's bowled it again. He's just teasing here. This is what Afghanistan want. Little carom ball that's flicked out of the front of the hand. Shazad, all eyes. A little bit of a fumble, but he holds on. He was celebrating before he was catching. But that's what Afghanistan need. And that's what Darren Sammy is saying here. The occasion demands maybe just change the structure from him. Get Rashid in.
There is it again. Let's see him pulling his fingers down on the side of the ball. Try to sell it.
Kane Williamson's highest score in T20Is is 95 against India at Hamilton, not too far from Auckland, in January last year. He's got 1 T20 century. Generally, he just loves to craft an innings, just compile and structure.
That's what he will do. That's the point I was making about Rashid. You need Williamson coming in with a little bit of pressure on the scoreboard.
End of the over, and the first wicket down. 4 gone, 30 for 1.
Oh, green tea, right? তো বলি স্কিন এত সুন্দর কেন? থ্যাঙ্কস, বাট নর্মাল টি। এখন নিশ্চয়ই পার্লারে না, ডিরেক্ট পার্টিতে।
সবাই তো জিলাস হবেই। রিভাইভ ময়শ্চারাইজিং লোশন, ডাবল ময়শ্চারে ডাবল কেয়ারে বিউটিফুল স্কিন। রিভাইভ ময়শ্চারাইজিং লোশন।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ কমছে, আর সেন্ড মানি তো ফ্রি।
Ben Phillips covered a lot of ground in the field. He's a really tenacious cricketer, and so too is this man, Hamid Hassan. 34 years of age now, Hamid. And Stroked away for 4 first ball. It's a gift, a full toss.
Can't get it. Don't understand it. You've just gotten a wicket. You have the number 3 T20 bowler in your side. Get him in early. Afghanistan, when they were batting, when spin came on, they dominated. It's different to New Zealand. You give them pace, Martin Guptill, these guys, they will take full control. Especially when you have quality spinner.
Lofted, safe. Will be denied, the fielder.
Especially when you have a quality spinner like Rashid Khan. Again, sounds like it's a chorus. You've got to get him in early. Makes no sense bringing him in the attack when they need under 5 and over. You're asking him to work miracles.
Well, it's a well rehearsed chorus because you know what you're talking about, and because Rashid, not having bowled, he's the one man in this team who can really make breakthrough. And yes, you're right, get early wickets, put New Zealand under pressure.
It seems there's one plan, try to get out of the power play and then bring in Rashid. You could only do that when a team needs 8 and over or 9 and over. But now, if you have any chance of winning this game, Rashid Khan has to win it for you. Maybe he doesn't want to bowl in the power play.
Well, I don't think it's a case of that. I think he would love to get his fingers around that ball. You know that.
I'm just looking for excuses why he's not bowling.
And there's a single off the last ball of the 5th. 5 gone, 36 for 1.
ডেলিভারি নেয়ার পরই লাইভ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে থাকুন, সুরক্ষায় 10-এ 10।
দাঁতের শিরশির অনুভূতি থেকে আরাম পেতে ডেন্টিস্টরা সেন্সোডাইন ব্যবহারের পরামর্শ দেন।
Mujib to continue. The wicket of Daryl Mitchell in his previous over. 1 over remaining in the power play. Fielding restrictions up until the end of the 6th. Then, you'd imagine, Anjum Chopra, we will see Rashid Khan.
Undoubtedly, Dooley. You've got to get the best spinner out in the park. He knows it as well. The 3rd over for Mujib, and his role is going to come in very soon.
Oh, not sure. Not sure about the effort. Could have been better. Like my report cards at school.
That'll be a tough one to ask Hamid Hassan to dive towards left, slightly better than that. Remember, he's a fast bowler. He's coming off a spate of injuries. Difficult. But yeah, he did well to stop that ball.
One chance, don't you, sometimes? You get one chance. Maybe he's worried about that little neck injury that he's got. One's pulled away. Short. Poor delivery from Mujib. Got the treatment from Guptill.
Yeah, he's unhappy, Mujib, because he feels that his man should have been caught in the previous delivery that he bowled. This time tries to probably overthink, drops the ball short and gets punished.
Drives this time through the offside. Back-to-back boundaries to finish the power play. 45 for 1.
দেশের একমাত্র 100% পিওর ভ্যাসলিন পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি ত্বকের যত্নে মায়ের স্পর্শের মতোই বিশুদ্ধ।
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন। উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
ডেলিভারি নেওয়ার পরই লাইভ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে থাকুন, সুরক্ষায় 10-এ 10।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 1490 পয়সা।
Oh, what a magnificent venue this is, Zayed Cricket Stadium, everything in and around it, hosting this game today. Crucial game from a New Zealand point of view, and for India as well. 2 points for New Zealand means India's tournament is done with 1 game to go tomorrow night against Namibia. Afghanistan looking to finish off with a win. Even a win now would not qualify them for the semi-finals, one would imagine. Chances were slim. But they now have their ace in the pack about to get things started. Can he turn it around? From New Zealand's point of view, Anjum, Kane Williamson at the crease. Not saying it's going to work every time, but he's faced Rashid so many times over the last 4 or 5 years in franchise cricket in the nets. Played against him a lot, played with him a lot. He's possibly the best placed of the New Zealand batters to take care of Rashid.
And I don't think Rashid Khan has got the better of Kane Williamson so far. It's been the opposite. Power play is done. Rashid Khan's in the attack. Good thing is they've gone with a slip there. You got to attack with your best spinner. He's the best wicket-taking option at the moment for Afghanistan.
Get a man under the helmet as well. Get a short leg in. You bowl a lot of wrong-ins to the right-handers, will Rashid. Maybe not to Williamson if he feels that Williamson reads him slightly better, but definitely to Martin Guptill. $45 for 1 in that power play. Up till very good. Mujib with the wicket.
What makes Kane Williamson such a very good and a successful bat in any format of the game is the fact that he picks the ball early, plays the ball late. That first delivery that he faced of Rashid Khan, he had a double foot movement trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Or maybe wait for the ball to turn.
This is a great example, Anjum, of reading the spinner. Wrong in. Watch how Williamson plays this. He knows it's the wrong in, just turns it into the onside beautifully. And the other thing about Rashid is when you don't have to get runs off him, you don't have to go after him. Teams have found him slightly easier, dare I say it. He's still world class. If you don't have to go at him, then his success rate just drops a touch.
And when you have a good back foot play, like Martin Guptill can stay on the back foot because of his height, because of his power, just in case there's a slightly different length that's getting offered from Rashid Khan, you always have time to go on the back foot and play it. But if you're picking the ball well, just like Kane Williamson does, the way he picks the ball early, you can always delay your stroke. You can always go with the bat first rather than bat and pad close to the body or away towards the ball.
That's what Rashid looks for. He looks for bat and pad really close together when you're not picking it, when the LBW comes into play. One tidy start for Rashid, just the 5 runs from it for New Zealand, 50 up at the end of the 7th.
মেক্সিকান মশলা মাইন্ড ব্লাস্টিং ফ্লেভারের ডিটোস পার্টি হবে জোস যদি থাকে ডিটোস।
শিরশির অনুভূতিকে দ্রুত হার মানান সেন্সোডাইন র্যাপিড রিলিফের সঙ্গে।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ কমছে আর সেন্ড মানি তো ফ্রি।
Key figure Rashid Khan. Three-leg side. Nabi again. After bowling the opening over, back into the attack. Placement from Williamson, just the one.
It's nice to have Mohammad Nabi come back into the attack. Largely through this World Cup, you've seen that he bowls the first over and he doesn't bring himself back into the attack. Today he realizes that with Mujib having bowled already 3 overs, he's required to do bulk of the bowling. And at a time when they feel that spin is their strength, it'll be not a very smart decision to underbowl yourself. So this is a good move.
Well, both captains talked about playing on a used surface for today's match and how it was used yesterday. Only the second time in the tournament it was used yesterday, though, after the game between Australia and South Africa earlier. Milestone for Martin Guptill there with 8,000 runs. Been a brilliant player for a long, long period of time in white ball cricket for New Zealand. 273 innings, average and strike rate. Exceptional for a wonderful, wonderful white ball player. Brilliant in the field, Martin Guptill. The key components through so many years of New Zealand cricket success. Going back to the surface being a used one after yesterday's game, it's been brilliant. It's been superb. Such a great facility here in the Zayed Cricket Stadium. You put this anywhere in the world, it is world class. Everything around it, whether it be the cricket grounds, 3 wonderful cricket grounds, they're building more, the artificial surfaces out front, the whole facility is absolute gun. Little inside edge on that. Ends the over, 8 gone, 53 for 1.
এইটা নেন তোমাদেরকে লেবুর গুরুত্বটাই বোঝাতে পারলাম না
ত্বকের জন্য লেবু যে কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ তা বুঝেই আমরা মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিকে তৈরি করেছি লেবুর নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন সির গুণ দিয়ে। তাই ত্বকের সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষায় ভরসা রাখুন শুধু মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিতেই।
দেশের একমাত্র 100% পিওর ভ্যাসলিন পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি ত্বকের যত্নে মায়ের স্পর্শের মতোই বিশুদ্ধ।
Always bring colour. Afghanistan fans, they always bring colour. Run a ball required by New Zealand. Wide ball down the leg side to finish off on this fantastic venue here in Abu Dhabi, hosting its 62nd T20 game, men's T20 game today, second behind Dubai International Stadium. Just take a look at that. Put that anywhere in the world. It is absolute world-class facilities. Tennis, football, futsal, cricket. What else do they play here? I've seen everything going on. Netball. So much going on in and around this facility. Pleasure to be here.
Have they offered you the membership of Abu Dhabi Cricket Sports Facility yet?
Got the keys. Got the keys, Anjum.
Undoubtedly. Why am I not surprised? Not to forget, just to add that the lovely stat that you read out, Uli, they've been hosting cricket for the last 2.5 months.
So calm from Kane Williamson.
They don't need to rush it at all, the New Zealand batters. Ones and twos would get them easily. Just requires 68 of 69 and can play out Rashid Khan comfortably.
The wrong, and that's the danger one, isn't it? That comes back towards the pads.
Interesting, he's been taking the line slightly outside the off stump for the ball to land Rashid Khan. While he's bowling to Kane Williamson, it's more of a middle stump line.
Oh, wow, got him straight through. This time it's the wrong, and it's a swing and a miss from Martin Guptill, and it's 400 wickets in T20s for Rashid Khan.
Just enough air given to the delivery by Rashid Khan. Just enough time for it to dismantle the stumps. Holds it back, keeps it away from the striking zone of Martin Guptill, and gets his wicket for 28. 57 for 2.
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল স্যানিটাইজিং হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার। বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
Left-handed Devon Conway. Crease for New Zealand now. Afghanistan have just got a little window. Rashid Khan has picked up his 400th in T20s at the age of 23. And adjust your volume, 23. Devon Conway's mum and dad watching on. There'll be some nerves, I'm sure. Off the mark. Just the 1-9 gone, 58 for 2.
কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার। বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 1014 টাকা 90 পয়সা।
Just take that in for a moment. Wayne Bravo 553. 38 years of age. Wayne Bravo 553, which is phenomenal. Sunil Narayan, Imran Tahir, Rashid Khan, who's got 15 years. 15 years he's got to catch up to Bravo. At this rate, could end up with close to 1,000 T20 wickets. Just ridiculous. Debut in 2015 did Rashid Khan in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. Daraza was Martin Guptill is 4.
Shahzad is not shy of encouraging Nabi. An encouragement coming in a manner that the guidance goes along with it. Missed out with the bat today. Was bounced out.
1 wicket, please. Come on, skipper. 1 wicket, please. Just to round out that 400th for Rashid Khan. 289 matches it's taken him to pick up his 400th T20 wicket. DJ Bravo picked up his 400th in 365 matches. 289 matches for Rashid Khan. Unbelievable. And just one more look at it for you, Anjum Chopra.
Very good. Dropping it slightly shorter for Martin Guptill. Slowing up the pace to Rashid Khan. And that line of just outside the off stump doing the trick for him.
It's full. They might push for 2 here. Conway quite quick. I think there's plenty of room for 2 as well. It's back comfortably. Tidy over from Nabi. Just the 3 runs coming from it. At the end of the 10th over, New Zealand are 61 for 2. And I think we all, along with Rashid Khan, deserve a drink.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ কমছে আর সেন্ড মানি তো ফ্রি।
এইটা নেন, তোমাদেরকে লেবুর গুরুত্বটাই বোঝাতে পারলাম না।
ত্বকের জন্য লেবু যে কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ তা বুঝেই আমরা মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিকে তৈরি করেছি লেবুর নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন সির গুণ দিয়ে। তাই ত্বকের সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষায় ভরসা রাখুন শুধু মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিতেই।
দেশের একমাত্র 100% পিওর ভ্যাসলিন পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি, ত্বকের যত্নে মায়ের স্পর্শের মতোই বিশুদ্ধ।
সবুজ বিপ্লবের স্বপ্নদ্রষ্টা জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমানের ছবি দিয়ে তৈরি বিশ্বের সর্ববৃহৎ শস্যচিত্র এবার স্থান করে নিল গিনেস বুক অব ওয়ার্ল্ড রেকর্ডসে। বাংলাদেশের এই গৌরবময় অর্জনের অংশীদার হতে পেরে ন্যাশনাল এগ্রি কেয়ার গর্বিত।
এনএসসি ন্যাশনাল এগ্রি কেয়ার, এসো স্বপ্ন ফলাই।
কিন্তু প্যানেলের গ্যারান্টি?
শুধুমাত্র কঙ্কা এলজিটিভি দিচ্ছে প্যানেলের 4 বছরের গ্যারান্টি।
বুঝতেই পারছেন কি হবে স্মার্ট ডিসিশন।
কঙ্কা, সাধ্যের মধ্যে সবটুকু।
And New Zealand 61 for 2, 10. Original rate was 6.25. It's just 6.4. Williamson is out there with Devon Conway. Look at this. Yes. The Sunrisers Bros. Having a little chuckle. Conway's only just been out there prior to the drinks break. It's got underway. Williamson, because of the damage done in the first half of this match by the New Zealand bowling attack, he is in control and in no rush. So he's 13 from 23, only striking at 57. Nothing outrageous.
Adi Guptill, a little excited, got to 28. Right, an ambitious stroke. It's Rashid Khan. Poles stir. Here's Hamid. And Trent Bolt is part of that dynamic duo with Salvi. 2 T's, Trent and Tim. This is Trent Bolt. His ability to get people out, so key for New Zealand. Simple catch to Santner. And then a couple of wickets towards the end of his spell. Very good indeed. Nice from Sodhi. Catch from Neesham. Around now, Hamid. In terms of Bolt and all things fantasy. He's up the top there. Well. Climbing up there. Najibullah, 101, not surprised at that innings of 73, but Bolt, very good indeed. Oh, that's a peach. Aaron Sammy, that's a beaut.
It's all a beauty. Afghanistan. That's a difficult ball to bowl from around the wicket, angling it in and getting it to straighten. That's the magic delivery. Every bowler tries to bowl.
Three dots in a row. Thinking about trying to get Kane back. On strike. Not now.
There's a passage of play developing here, Danny. You know, I was literally crying for Mohamed Nami to introduce Rashid Khan to the attack. But since he's come on, the dot balls seems to just lift up the spirit of the Afghan bowlers.
Well, he wants to hustle here. Smart run, good run from Conway because he knew he hit it enough to Naveen's left to make an effort and get there, then try and get it thrown back in. So in the end, a comfortable single allows Williamson to get back on strike. So he went full from around the wicket. It's got jammed enough, Conway, but now he's going to have to come back over the wicket. It's Hamid.
You could see the field. Afghan players are closing in, tight in the circle.
Lovely stroke. Thought about 2 and better of it because it ends the over and he keeps the strike. Is Williamson. 63 for 2 now.
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল স্যানিটাইজিং হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ।
সেপটেল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
You could see the run rates, the worms. You see New Zealand is just same point as Afghanistan, but the run rate doesn't matter right now for New Zealand. All they need is a victory. Doesn't matter how it comes.
They want to get a Q next to their name like Pakistan. Do New Zealand. Last match for New Zealand and Afghanistan. Pakistan one to go. Scots as well, so that's later. No, we've got a short leg in. Yeah, be positive with the captaincy. You want 62 from 54. Imagine you doing this, Darren Sammy, throwing the helmet on like a certain Byron Pollard. Here we go. Let's listen. Let's just have a listen to this. No appeal, and apparently, saying on Snicko is at the pad, did he?
I knew that ball was just too magical. Something had to happen.
Oh, Sammy. Sammy, love you, the pieces. Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it? It's what I was saying. The it's saying, yeah. Well, Nick, no one appealed. Extraordinary. Great delivery. Little real-time replay here. Sammy, pressure on VT downstairs. Here we go. Oh. Couldn't hear anything, but it's very faint feathers. It sort of kisses the outside, very outside of the blade. No one hears anything. It's nice. It's simple. It's easy. It's timed. And it's 4 to Kane Williamson.
Kane Williamson, he just makes everything look so easy. Probably faced Rashid Khan so many times in the nets at Sunrisers. Just noticing the mid-wicket has already come into the circle. Rashid Khan is not happy about that.
Simply disgusted. That wasn't stopped. Well, the man in close, tough gig, timing, and it would wicket as well, or square leg rather, had a long way to come around. Will annoy Rashid as well, jamming and squeezing, single after a boundary, just to keep rotating things. 7 off, 2 to go. Williamson, he was striking at around 56. But now he's up to 74. Space of just a few deliveries. Conway, being left-handed, just allows the field to change. Personnel swapping. Again, difficult customer to get away. A lot of Afghan fans, understandably so in this part of the world. Can't squeeze another single. So 7 off the 12th, it's 70 for 2 now. Football skills.
ব্রেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটেড মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 1000-এ 14 টাকা 90 পয়সা।
Said all that, Shazad does love having a chat. Want to be cheeky and rev things up, between overs, get into the batters meeting. Yes. Comparisons. Afghanistan, too many wickets too early, 3 in the power play. Breakdown of it every 4 overs. Show those wickets for Afghanistan. Consistency again from New Zealand, and right at the end, choked them off and they couldn't get going in the death overs. 28 for 4. Massive stat there. Just inquiring, did you nick that? And did you? If you do, you're supposed to walk. What are you doing? Jazzy, get in the face.
Oh. After that brilliant over, he's out of the attack. The Naib is in. Ball just started to do a little bit of the surface.
Control and rotating your bowlers, as we know in T20, is so key. Got 1 to go, Rash. Khan, that is. 1 for 17. He's always going to be key with Mujib. He's got 1 for 21. It's gone to Mr. Muscles, Gulbadine, who's bowling from the pavilion end here. He's got a nice little bag of tricks as Gulbadine. It was a wonderful salute. Gets a wicket as well, as we all appreciate. We love buggy cam. These cameras these days, drone cam, spider cam, buggy cam, stunt cam. Amazing. Yeah. Used to have the umpire cam for it, didn't we? Aaron, you didn't like that, did you? The umpires had a camera there on your peak, got in your face a bit.
Cameras all around the ground, bringing you that sweet coverage that you're looking at home. Sometimes I enjoy watching it on the TV.
And that's, you say, in terms of the fan base, you're encouraging the youth to have a look. Gentlemen behind the cameras, out in the heat, sterling job. What's nice, just beats the stumps at the bowler's end. We like to call the 12th man, stumps at the bowler's end, did not get in the way this time.
New Zealand just looking for a win. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Kane Williamson knows he just needs victory. That's all that will be on his mind. Single so far of his delivery.
And he goes through cover. And there's a Kane Williamson special through extra. Delightful.
So good to watch. The youngster looking at, this is how you play a cover drive. Just, you could see he delayed, hang back a little bit longer to get the placement. Teammate probably clap for him a few times.
Sick of it, eh? You reckon, Darren? Change of pace, smart bowling. Just thought about a run, but no, 13 done, 78 for 2.
ডেলিভারি নেওয়ার পরই লাইভ বয় হ্যান্ডওয়ার দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে থাকুন, সুরক্ষায় 10-এ 10।
দাঁতের শিরশির অনুভূতি থেকে আরাম পেতে ডেন্টিস্টরা সেন্সোডাইন ব্যবহারের পরামর্শ দেন।
$47 from 42. Yeah. I think from an entertainment perspective, I think the fans around the globe watching this love to have seen Afghanistan breach 140, 160 even. They won the toss and wanted to go up front and bat first, but only get the 1-2-4. Only allowed to get the 1-2-4. Nice little chip shot here from Conway. Controlled and right where he wanted to.
Excellent shot. You could see probably was deceived. Pace and flight of the delivery, so he didn't try to hit it too hard, just opening up the face.
He's known for this, as Devon Conway loves to play spin, brings out reverse sweeps, orthodox sweeps, loves it.
It's like he's dictating to the bowler. First he came down the wicket, just knew the bowler would be a little fuller. Out comes the broom, sweeping it all the way to the boundary.
Orthodox, clean, and 4 more. Back-to-back boundaries here for Devon Conway.
First one was behind square. This one caught it early and swept it just in front. got the length, eyes all the way onto the ball. Fielder in the dip. I don't know, maybe the sunlight. He picked it up very late. Mommy loves it.
Mum and Dad are here. And that's where he goes. The confidence now blossoming nicely for Conway. 36, 38. Kane Williamson absolutely adores this venue. Test cricket, he averages 59. One day international, 50 over cricket, he averages 62 here. T20 international cricket, he averages 37 here. Cricket lovers will know about that test series against Pakistan here in Abu Dhabi. The first one by 4 runs. Heck of a series. Lost in Dubai to Pakistan, so it was 1 apiece coming back here. New Zealand managed to do that as well. Third test. Williamson had key role. So 13 off the 14th. It's 91 for 2.
Oh, green tea, right? তো বলি স্কিন এত সুন্দর কেন? থ্যাঙ্কস, বাট নর্মাল টি। এখন নিশ্চয়ই পার্লারে না, ডিরেক্ট পার্টিতে।
সবাই তো জিলাস হবি। রিভাইভ ময়শ্চারাইজিং লোশন, ডাবল ময়শ্চারে ডাবল কেয়ারে বিউটিফুল স্কিন। রিভাইভ ময়শ্চারাইজিং লোশন।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ কমছে আর সেন্ড মানি তো ফ্রি।
On New Zealand, very professional about things. Certainly Williamson, 27-0. Conway suddenly got to a run-a-ball scenario. He's 18 from 17. 2 boundaries in that previous over. Thanks to the skipper, Mohammed Nabi. Lovely sweep strokes and then a cheeky little first dab. He was on strike. Devon Conway. Field is now spread far and wide here. He has to go with Rashid Khan. The DJ just keeps cranking the sounds here rather nicely. No surprises. Here's another boundary. Conway commanding with the sweeps.
He's in. Got him watch it all the way onto the bat. All he had to do is beat that a short foot man. Kid, mom and dad loves it.
Some sensible stroke. Pick it over, rotate it. Give the strike back to captain. You'd have liked that, Aaron, wouldn't you? Are you?
No way. I would never play a shot like that.
The ground. Yeah, I just think back to that Scotland game against Mark Watt. I think he got out in a similar way, trying to cheeky dab. He missed out. Mark Watt, a very shrewd customer. Left arm orthodox. Least points from him. There's a top edge. I think he's going to be lucky here, is he? Yeah, he is. Hand came off the blade. The reach. Not lucky. Conway. Top edge and very, very fortunate Devon Conway. Boundaries to the 4 that time. The other one. Google. It's going to be another good over for New Zealand. 8 from it, 1 to go. 99 for 2. And Lusner will know. It's been a tough exercise here this afternoon. Sunday the 7th. There's the top edge. And enough on it again. Conway living dangerously. The 100 comes out with a top edge. So 101 for 2 after 15.
দেশের একমাত্র 100% পিওর প্লাটিনাম পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি ত্বকের যত্নে মায়ের স্পর্শের মতোই বিশুদ্ধ।
আমাদের বেকম্যানদেরও আছে কিছু সুপার পাওয়ার। বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটিক মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
ডেলিভারি নেওয়ার পরই লাইভ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে থাকুন, সুরক্ষায় 10-10।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 1014 টাকা 90 পয়সা।
Right at the bottom of the screen, that's the main thing from a New Zealand point of view. 8 points, and they become one of those two teams. Pakistan already there, Q beside their name. They've been brilliant throughout the tournament. They've got one game left, that's tonight. Sharjah Cricket Stadium for that Pakistan game tonight. Pakistan up against Scotland. Five overs remaining, just 24 required. Simpson with that trademark down to third man. Anjum Chopra still here. What have you got for us?
It's been very impressive from New Zealand. First the bowling, and then to complement the bowling, it's been the fielding. Jimmy Neesham out there with a catch. Later on, there was another opportunity, which was an outstanding stop in the end from Daryl Mitchell. You have fielders like this, and then the captain standing up, playing his part. You can't keep him out of the game. When you have fielders like this, complementing the effort of the bowlers, that's not going to be easy for any of the opposition of New Zealand. Trent Bolt played his part. Jimmy Neesham played his part. Every bowler played their parts. When you're facing potentially England in the semi-final, Julie, you would know how important the fielding is going to be.
Long history of bowlers from New Zealand being good fielders, Anjum.
Recent history.
Sorry, Russell, I forgot you were here.
Suddenly the mic went up very early. And, recent history.
No, they're all very good. Honest. Tim Southey's got wonderful hands. Seen Trent Bolt time and time again. Chance there. Take brilliant catches. Neesham good in the field. That piece of work from Daryl Mitchell was phenomenal.
It's not only about saving runs, the pressure it creates on the batting unit when they can't freely collect what they really want to. Then the catches get you wickets. The bowlers are so much more confident because they can trust their fielders. It becomes a better place.
In the chest, I'll get a big bye, I think.
What we've seen also in this competition is that when you're not scoring enough runs, but when you're able to pick wickets through some very good fielding or outstanding stops like these, putting pressure on the batters, this was amazing. If he had taken that catch, it would have been catch of the decade.
Got enormous hands as Daryl Mitchell. Oh, that's placement. Placement and perfection from the New Zealand skipper.
So good, so calm. Knows where the gaps are. He's not one of those players when you see him and the way he bats will intimidate you, but he'll hurt you constantly. Really good from the Black Caps, quietly getting to that target. When it's a lower score, Ian Williamson always in control. 108 for 2.
মেক্সিকান মশলার মাইন্ড ব্লাস্টিং ফ্লেভারের ডিটোস পাউডার হবে টোস যদি থাকে ডিটোস।
শিরশির অনুভূতিকে দ্রুত হার মানান সেন্সোডাইন র্যাপিড রিলিফের সঙ্গে।
বিকাশে ক্যাশ আউট সার্চ কমছে, সেন্ড মানি তো ফ্রি।
Oh, this is in Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Just talking about that a little while ago. Pakistan, Scotland, last game for Scotland in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup for 2021. Pushed New Zealand, but been a disappointing tournament outside of that one game. You would think that loss to Namibia will have hurt. One last opportunity, Scotland this evening. Mujib is back, his last.
They've tried various times, the Afghan spinners, but this pitch is too good. Needed another 30 at least, 52 for the third wicket. Conway also another one of those players. You don't feel him score his runs. Knocks it around, but can score quickly.
Yeah, talked about this, the surface, Russell. It's been fantastic, hasn't it? Yesterday's game, Australia hunting down that score with ease. Crunch down the ground for 4. Lovely from Conway, pitching through the line.
Pretty similar players, these two. Don't feel them scoring runs. Well balanced. So he goes down the wicket. Great position from where he can swing through. Going down leg. But then South Africa, Australia on the same pitch, which was a tight one. But that was a couple of weeks ago. 119 runs.
That was around the quick bowlers, though, wasn't it? They were brilliant on both sides. That encounter. Verse, and that might go all the way as well. No chance out there for Karen. He was around square enough.
Really good conditions here in Abu Dhabi.
Get on with it a little more now, Conway. But New Zealand were asked to field first. Afghanistan deciding they would bat. As posted 124 for 8 in the end. Najib Ullah was outstanding with 73, as were the seamers, Bolton, so the Southey in particular. Push for 2. Take it on comfortably. 118 for 2.
সুপার পাওয়ার, বেস্ট ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস, বেস্ট অটোমেটেড মেশিন, উদ্দেশ্য একটাই, ঘরে ঘরে এমন অসাধারণ কিছু মুহূর্ত তৈরি করা। ইটস আ বেকম্যানস ক্রিয়েশন।
বিকাশে খরচ কমছে, ক্যাশ আউট 14 টাকা 90 পয়সা।
Sad faces of the Afghanistan supporters. They've been great supporters throughout this men's T20 World Cup. They will fall short today. 7 from 18. Naveen ul Haq, just the one over so far. Williamson goes away over extra cover. It'll be a couple more. continue what has been a incredible record from a New Zealand point of view. Semi-finals in ICC World events, whether they be 2020 World Cups or T20 World Cups or 50 over World Cups. Be the 11th time New Zealand will have made ICC event semi-final. You throw the World Test Championship in on top of that.
Real threat, you think, this time around? How good are they?
I firmly think there's still two better teams in the comp in Pakistan and England. And Australia are finding their strap. So we've got the four best teams heading towards those semi-finals. Australia is starting to play some really good cricket, got a quality bowling attack. England still looks strong, but having lost Jason Roy as well as Tamal Mills, makes things a little tougher for them, but they're still a very good side.
For the teams that have almost all bases covered, got good spinners, different type of seamers. You look at New Zealand as well, without Lockie Ferguson, but then there's Adam Milne to give that extra pace. Would it come down to who's going to be tactically smart in the playoffs?
Yeah, and Pakistan are also looking outstanding at the moment. I'll see them later on this evening. They've been a great side throughout this tournament. This is the injury to Jason Roy last night. Taking off straight away, felt that calf go. Pain, tears, and you can understand why. Really tough night for England and for Jason Roy last evening. Wish him all the best in his recovery, along with all the injured players who have been forced out of the tournament as well. Been a few of them. Get it through, Williamson. Good work. Australia have made it to 12 semi-finals and gone on to win tournaments as well. Only team ahead of New Zealand when they qualify for the semis as far as T20 World Cups and 50 over World Cups. New Zealand and Pakistan will be on 11 today. Long way outside leg. We will go to another over after that leg by. Just one required. 18 gone, 1, 2, 4 for 2.
কেউ বুঝুক আর না বুঝুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
এমন না, এমন কাজ।
Perfect little run chase from a New Zealand point of view. The skipper has anchored the innings along with Devon Conway, lifted his strike rate over the 100 mark. Martin Guptill, 28 from 23. Daryl Mitchell going relatively early in the piece. And now it's just one required. And that'll be enough. Devon Conway seals the deal. From a New Zealand point of view, mum and dad are happy. New Zealand camp are all very happy as well. New Zealand have qualified along with Pakistan from this group. And they'll be back here in a few days' time to take on England. Semi-final of an ICC Men's T20 World Cup. New Zealand getting the business done comfortably in the end by 8 wickets over Afghanistan.
New Zealand, job done. Afghanistan, they played really good cricket, had an opportunity coming in here, but it was not to be because they were up against a very, very good New Zealand team. Well, there's one more game to come anything can happen and net run rates can play a part. But as it stands, New Zealand will be playing England here in Abu Dhabi. Pakistan, Australia in Dubai. It's nicely set up. Better for the experience this team will be. Hopefully a bigger threat as they get into other tournaments coming up. Ken Williamson will be happy with how his team has responded. The bowlers were very, very good. Then they had a manageable target, which they've done it with ease. Well done, New Zealand.
They've acquitted themselves very well, Afghanistan, throughout this tournament. They know how good a side they are. How much of a superstar that man is. He can't carry a team on his own, but there's been other very good performances throughout the tournament. Williamson and Conway, that partnership worth 68 of 57. This was the shot that sealed it. Just a little punch down to long on from Devon Conway. Had a good game as the New Zealand wicketkeeper batsman. Martin Guptill still with the pads on, sitting there. And a lot of love in that moment there. So much respect. Rashid Khan and Kane Williamson have spent many an hour together in a dressing room. So have those two, Nabi and Williamson, and their franchise know each other so well. Sun setting here in the UAE in Abu Dhabi, and New Zealand now have a Q beside their name. Pakistan do beat Scotland, which is on at 6 p.m. from Sharjah. I'd imagine that net run rate will improve a touch, possibly go back ahead of New Zealand on 10 points. New Zealand will remain on 8, and that means after that win, the two teams at the top have guaranteed qualification. It's just in which order they finish. Another semi-final appearance for this New Zealand side. The last 3.5 years have been exceptional.
New Zealand, Guptill, Mitchell, they got off to a flyer, and then Williamson and Conway. 40 and 36 not out, making sure no more hiccups and that New Zealand crossed the line.
Well, they tried, but they just didn't have enough runs on the board, you felt. Afghanistan, after a wonderful bowling performance from New Zealand, 124 for 8 they had on the board. And Nabi with 4 overs. Mujib picked up the early wicket. And Rashid picked up the wicket of Martin Guptill. Just a reminder, Afghanistan 124 for 8. Najibullah Zadran 73 from 48. Absolutely brilliant. Bolt was good, Southey was good. New Zealand doing the job. 125 for 2. New Zealand winning by 8 wickets. Time to go down sideline. Danny Morrison is there for us.
Yes, one of the happy swing kings, Trent Bolt. Mate, firstly, player of the match. There you go. Another one of these. I mean, you tend to be getting interviewed all the time. Your form has been great. Talk us through how well you're feeling and how well you're bowling.
Yeah, I think nice to tick off the performance there this afternoon, clinically in the end, and now we can move forward for the business end of this tournament. So, yeah, the boys are in good spirits. Yeah, some big games coming up, and we're really looking forward to that challenge.
Yeah, you've made another World Cup semi-final, played in Dubai, played in Sharjah, played here in Abu Dhabi. Given that what's gone on, what do you prefer? Where do you prefer to bowl out of those 3 venues?
I think, yeah, there's a big difference between the day games and then the night games. So to experience both of them has been nice. But, yeah, England have been playing some very good cricket, and it's going to be an exciting challenge. So, Hopefully we can continue where we've been playing, and yeah, looking forward to that big challenge.
And not a bad thing either for you guys. You talk about day games, and then the toss doesn't go your way, so you're doing something perhaps that you don't want to do first. That doesn't worry you?
I think it's just about adapting, really. It's about putting the ball where we speak about in our meetings, you know, and being very, very accurate with it. It's going to be a big challenge, but I thought what the guys dished out this afternoon with the bat was what we talked about.
3 for 17 and full. Trent Bolt, congrats, well done.
Superb again tonight. Well, this afternoon, actually, Trent Bolt with wickets, 3 of them. Very economical as well. Great catch that from James Neesham. Final one, Ish Sodhi picking up the catch. Back shortly here at Abu Dhabi with the 2 skippers and Danny Morris.
Be it cricket or any career, if you want to get to the next level, you have to keep learning because there are no shortcuts. So what are you waiting for? Log on to Create Learning and power your career with online courses from the world's best universities. Power ahead with Great Learning.